Many people are learning valuable skills but are not getting clients, not because they are not good enough, but because they are not visible, cleared, and because the right people cannot see what they do. I also struggle with that too as a beginner, but I learned. I had skills, I was improving, I was learning, but opportunities was limited. Everything started changing when I hit harder and become intentional about putting my digital footprint online and not just posting once or posting twice or posting three. I posted vigorously. In this video, I will show you how client attraction actually works, even if you are a beginner. Stay tuned and ensure you watch to the end. Do not miss any part at all. Getting clients online is not all about visibility or about being skills. It is about building trust and about being seen by the right people, being seen by those who need your services. And trust actually develop when people see your services, when people see the content you put out there consistently and intentionally. When people repeatedly learn something tangible from you, they begin to perceive you as someone of value. They begin to perceive you as someone they can do business with and also hire. Over time, this creates familiarity, and familiarity reduces uncertainty. When uncertainty reduces, people feel comfortable to work with you, to trust you, and to also gain from your wealth of knowledge, which leads to which leads to them hiring you to work and collaborate with them. This is how visibility leads to trust, and trust brings opportunities. One, client needs to see your values. And by client seeing your values, it means you need to show up intentionally, delivering value, intentionally creating content that aligns with your knowledge, aligns with your skills. Personally, sharing my stories, I was able to attract the clients I'm currently working with and bringing me more opportunities because I consistently shared my values on my page, which is on my Facebook platform. I started on Facebook and it gets to a time I was posting 20 to 25 times a day on Facebook. Why? Because I needed to build visibility. I needed to be seen by those who need my work. I set a time frame for myself. I ensure that before it clocked 12 p.m. I'm able to create my 20 to 25 posts a day. It wasn't easy, but I was intentional. I was so intentional to make it work for me, and I prayed also. I prayed for speed, but most importantly, I was intentional by creating my content. I create my content for like 6 months to 1 year. I started creating from three content I moved to five content in a day. From five content I moved to seven content in a day, and from seven I moved to 10 to 15 content in a day, and from 15 I said no, I needed more results. I moved to 20 to 25 content in a day, and that is how Facebook recognized me, and my post started going viral, started performing well on Facebook, and an amazing client to work with me. And when the client reached out to me, the client said she has been checking my platform. She just saw my page on Facebook and she decided to work with me. So you need to be seen to get results, to attract clients. You need to be visible, you need to be seen, and you get known and seen by creating your content intentionally and consistently. That is number one. Number two, visibility creates opportunities. When you are visible, clients want to work with you. When I was creating just 3 content, I noticed that I wasn't getting that result I want. When I was creating 5 contents, I wasn't still getting the result I want. I was not visible. My page was just stagnant like that. That is on Facebook, please. That is on Facebook because I started building on Facebook before I moved to YouTube. So my page started performing well because I needed to build visibility before I can be trusted and at the same time attract opportunities that I want. So starting out as a beginner, you need to be visible by creating numerous content as possible. If you need fast results, you need to go all in by creating content that bring fast results, not memes content, not generic content, amazing content. And if you want me to create a video on how to create amazing and not generic content, let me know in the comment section. So visibility brings the opportunity you want. When your lookalike audience, your lookalike clients that need your services, when they can see you, they can hire you. But when they can't see you, they can't hire you. You need to be seen, you need to be trusted before you get hired. Number three, you don't need to be perfect. As a beginner, you don't need to be perfect at all. Just like I am shooting my video now, this video I'm shooting now, I look at it. Yes, I I plug it to my light, and all of a sudden, when I was about to shoot, the the battery got burnt. I just heard a sound from the battery, and one mindset said, since my video won't look perfect, let me not create. Another mindset told me I don't need to be perfect. Even when I attracted my current paying clients, my background was not as fancy as this. My look, I wasn't even using my facial look like this. I was using AI photos, and that is how I attracted the clients that I currently work with. So I look at myself, okay, despite that my LED light and my lighting is not picking up, let me just create the video like that, because it is not about perfection, it is about your knowledge, your skills, what you can help your clients to do. So whether you have the necessary equipment or not, just go all in and create your content. Whether your content look great or your posts or anything you are doing look great or not, just go all out and create that content. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to keep improving as you grow, improving in your skills, improving in your knowledge, improving in what makes you becoming exceptional. Number four, consistency build trust. Just as I use my story, I was being consistent every day I was creating, and this client of mine that has been looking, she said the first day she saw my work, the second day, the third day, she keeps seeing me every day creating content, and that builds trust, and that also shows that I am consistent in my delivery, and she decided to work with me. So before you attract clients, you need to be consistent. Don't post just one day, because the online space now is saturated. Everybody is doing one thing or the other, and so to stand out, you needed to create more, but don't burn out. You needed to create more based on your capacity, capacity. I was creating 25 content in a day based on my capacity because I was intentional to win, and at the same time my capacity was there, capacity to do the work. So look at your strength. Look at your strength. Are you able to, if it is three, your strength can carry you. Create three content in a day and be consistent doing that. Be consistent showing up. Be consistent. Let your clients, those that want to work with you, let them see you, so that when they hire you, they will see that yes, you will also be consistent in helping them as a brand, or in helping them grow their brand or grow their services or do whatever services they hire you to. Consistency build momentum, and when the client see that you are consistent in your services, it shows that you will also be consistent in working with them. Okay. Here are the simple client attraction method. Number one, you need to have a niche. Having a niche means you need to stamp down what services you want to render. Personally, I render the services of a social media manager to clients, to tech brands, and to coaches. That is the services I have stamped down for myself. But at the beginning, I was rendering services as a knowledge monetization coach before I transitioned into social media management. So as a beginner, there's always room for change, but you need to stamp your feet on one very niche first, and it should be a niche that the audiences there are large, that is, the market is large. Those that need your services in that niche is large, and it is an hot demand niche, hot demand skills, hot demand services. You should be stamping your feet on. That is, the people that need it, they are numerous, they are abundant. Okay. Number two, after you must have choose a niche or choose a skill you want to render, number two, you must share your knowledge in that skills. Don't say, okay, you don't have any knowledge. As long as you have stamped down a niche down, that is to say you have some knowledge in that niche, you have some expertise, some credentials in that niche. So you need to begin sharing knowledge in that niche. That is how audiences and clients see that yes, you are good and you are fit to work with them. For example, let's say graphic designer, you position yourself as a graphic designer, which is a creative design. Then you begin to share your knowledge in the area of creative design. You position yourself as a fashion designer. You begin to share your knowledge in the fashion designing industry. You don't need to always bring out your wares or bring out your shoe. You can write content on clothing, the style of clothing they need. Let's say a fashion designer for ladies, if the clothing they need to wear, the materials they use in styling this clothing, or a fashion designer for men, the clothing, the style, the fit, and all that. You begin to share it. Don't just always say. Share your knowledge first before you attract. It is when you share your knowledge that a client will see you as someone they can work with. Or maybe you're a social media manager, you share your knowledge in how you manage social media for clients, for brands, how you manage it for them. And like that, you consistently doing that, they begin to perceive you as someone of value and someone they can hire and someone they can collaborate and work with. Number three, explain concepts in simple ways. Do not use big languages. Do not try to impress anyone. Speak in your own tone, in the way you know how to speak. Do not use AI jargons to create your content. Even when you use AI, ensure you simplify it to the simplest way possible. And if you want me to create content on how to use AI, let me know in the comment section. You simplify it in the simplest way possible, in a way your clients, your audience, those that need your services can understand that this is the services you render. Do not use technical words or big grammars to create your content. Use simplest word. Number 4, stay consistent. It is in your consistency that you build visibility, and in your visibility, you build trust. And when you build trust, you begin to attract opportunities that leads to clients. So you must stay consistent as you deliver your values, as you share your knowledge, as you position yourself in the online space. You must stay consistency. And consistency doesn't mean you need to create 20 to 25 content in a day. I just share my experience. Consistency means showing up, just showing up every day. Consistency means showing up every day. If it is one content, your capacity, your strength can carry you with, show up every day with one content. Just as in YouTube here, I've decided that every week I will be creating one content a week. That is how my strength can carry me. Then I was doing two content in a week, but I feel that I was not too comfortable. I was burnt out. I was even creating short morning and evening, but I was burnt out. I just said, okay, you know what, let me just reduce it. Shorts, I will create shorts every day. Then my long video will be once in a week. That is how I've designed this now, and I'm consistently doing that every week. On Friday, I post my long videos, and every day I post my short, and it has been working perfectly well for me. So consistently means showing up every day, but depending on the numbers of content you want to create. If it's 3 times in a day, you can also show up because you work in 3 times a day, fine. If it's 3 times a week because you work in a 9 to 5, fine. But ensure you are consistent, you stick with it, okay, and you never look back because the result is coming. 5, improve gradually. As you grow, you need to improve because you don't want to be a baby. Yeah, content creation is about developing your skill set, developing yourself, growing every time, every day. Like before, I don't have this setting, I don't have this background. You can check my previous videos, 2025 videos, 2024, 2023 videos. I don't have this background, but because I needed to grow, I grew. And despite that my lighting did not work, I decided to shoot like that because I am building consistency. I am not trying to be perfect, but I'm building consistency. Next time, definitely my lighting will be put on, my lighting will work. But however, ensure you are growing as you build, because that is how you increase your prices. That is how you get to work with bigger clients. That is how you attract clients that can really pay you your worth and your values when you grow, because you don't need to remain low. You don't need to remain in that position where you start. And that is why we said you must not try to be perfect. Content creation is about growing to become your better version every time, every day. Clients attraction is not about you searching for clients. It is also about clients searching for you, clients wanting to work with you because they love your work, because they love the values you share, because they have built trust with you. They trust you enough that you can give them the best results when you work for them. So it is not about you always searching for them. When you have positioned yourself so well, you can always attract clients. I've attracted clients in my personal branding. Recently, my children teacher told me that how did I get my my work that I work from home. I said it is through my personal brand, and she said, wow. Wow, that was her response. I didn't apply it anywhere. She saw me and she decided to work with me. And she has been giving me amazing opportunities, amazing gigs, amazing brands to work with me. So Clients attraction is not about you always sourcing for them. Sometimes they are also sourcing to work with you through you building a personal brand that makes you stand out, a personal brand that attracts, a personal brand where you get to share your knowledge, where you get to share your experiences, your expertise, your skills. Okay? You do not need to rush, you do not need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent as you build your personal brand and as you attract clients that really needs to work with you. So one thing I want you to get from this video is that client attraction is not by luck, it is by intentionality, it is by being consistent, it is by being cleared with your services, and it is by building trust with your audience. When your audience trusts you, they can always do business with you, but you don't need to rush, you don't need to be perfect, you just need to be visible and trusted enough to attract the right clients that needs your services. And you also need to be intentional. If you love this video, you also find the other videos on my channel interesting to watch. So check out my channel, subscribe, like this video, share this video, okay? And see you in my next video. Bye bye.